Hello everyone, this is Aaron again. Today I want to bring you a video. I got into a conversation with a friend of mine, and I also saw a little bit of this conversation on YouTube. But he's a survivalist. He's one of these guys that's go bug out at the first sign of trouble, and he has his ammo collected and his food stored, and he has a secret place somewhere out there somewhere. So when the apocalypse comes to America and the government goes crazy, or what are those things called? Zombies start to attack. He has a place to go. And so I was talking to him about that, and I was saying, well, do you have a PCP? He says, no, PCP. I said, well, what do you have for your, let's just say, I know you got some food store, but you still got to do some hunting and some trapping maybe. And have you given any thought to what kind of gun you're gonna have for that? I know you got your AR, probably 6 or 7 of those, and 3,000 rounds of ammo. but what do you have in terms of if you want to do some hunting? He said, oh, I have a 22 for that purpose. I said, oh, he has a 22. Huh? I'm telling him, I don't know if you want to use the 22 if you're bugging out. But he was adamant about it. So I didn't think about it anymore until I came to a garage sale. Now, at this garage sale, I saw this little red bag laying on the table, and I didn't pay any much attention to it. No one else did either. And then I looked at it and it said Marlin. And I said, wait a minute, Marlin makes guns. Let me take a look at this thing. So I took a look in it, and there was a 22 in there. And guess what it is? It's a survival rifle. So I said, wow, I asked the guy how much you want it for. He said $100. I said, I'd take it. So I got it for this purpose. 'Cause I sold all my guns a long time ago. I had 3, if you look back at my videos, I had 3 22s. I had a Ruger 22, 1022. I had a Winchester, I believe it was a Winchester Mag, 22 Magnum. And I also had a 22 that shot shorts, but it was an automatic, one of the few that did that. But I sold those guns in order to buy my Impact Mark II. And I thought that was a good trade. And hopefully I'll demonstrate that to you in this video. But anyway, so I bought this thing. I said, wow. And I didn't buy it with the purpose of really owning another 22. I had sold them and had shot them in 5 years. But for that price, and for the fact that it's a survival rifle, according to the guy that sold it to me and according to everyone else on YouTube, and the compactness of it, I bought it. Anyway, I want to show this thing to you, and I want to probably try to demonstrate to my friend in this video that you're better off with a PCP than with this damn thing. So that's what this video is all about. But let me just show you this. This is very interesting. I never saw one before. I'm sure you guys may be aware of it, but I wasn't aware of it. But here, let me bring it up. This was a little red bag that was laying on the table, okay? And it was just laying over in the corner just like that, and nobody was paying attention to it because it was like just a little bag. I saw Marlin papoose on it. I said, I hadn't heard of Marlin papoose, but I knew Marlin made guns. So I thought, wonder what's in that bag. So I went over and I unzipped it. And when I unzipped it, this is what I found. I reached in, I said, wow, look at this. I'm going to show you everything that came with this thing. Pull this out for you. Okay. So when I pull this thing out, pull out, I guess you call it half a gun. I said, wow. And then I reach into a little storage area there, and there's the barrel. And this is how you do it. Very simple. Insert that barrel, a few twists of this, tighten it down with the locking tool, and you're ready to go out and shoot some dinner if you are a survivalist. And so I've already taken this thing to the range once just to shoot it when I first got it, but I wanted to do a video on it, so we're going to go back with some video equipment and take a look at this thing. But let me show you what else came with it though. But this is a gun. It's really neat. And these are the magazines. 2 magazines, 10-shot magazines. And the bag, of course. But said all that to say this. Oh, and also I must say, the scope did not come with it. I had to buy the scope later, but it's a cheap scope. I think I paid $30 for it. But what I want to talk about today with you is this whole idea of surviving out in the wilderness And what I think is one of the best things you can do if you're in that situation, and that my friend doesn't quite agree with me with. And that is this: it's stealth. Okay. Now, yeah, I got my AR and several atomic bombs and other things to protect myself while I'm out here in this thing, to protect my food and make sure no one comes and takes it from me. But what's the best way? Seriously, if you're out there way up in the mountain hiding someplace, what is the best way to protect yourself? Stealth. If no one knows you there, you know. I remember I used to watch cowboy pictures. They say, hey, put that fire out. Somebody's going to see the smoke. Yeah, I'm thinking, wow, okay. Yeah, you don't want to tell them where you are. Hey, no. Don't use the gun. We have to use something else here. We don't want to attract any attention. To me, that is the sole purpose of it. So to me, if you're a survivalist, and we're going to go to range in a minute to prove my point, but if you're a survivalist and you're out there and you pull out this thing here and you see a rabbit over there or whatever you want to take out, a squirrel or whatever, and you pull this trigger, within 2 miles, everyone's going to hear that you got shot. Pow! If there are people out there, zombies or whatever, out there looking for you, you may as well hey, send me your address when you pull this trigger, because they got a direction to go in now. Whereas with a PC, any PC out there practically, this is the magic of it. This gun here, at least here, I know some places I think you can get it, but you probably have to go through all kind of FBI checks and stuff. You put a silencer on this gun and you are going to jail if they catch you with it. But they come on PCPs. But PCPs are not nearly as quiet as you guys may think. If you don't and you're on the PCP, screw the moderator off of it and pull the trigger. And it's going to shock you as to how much noise that thing is actually making. And the higher the power and the higher the velocity, you can get something that can sound like this thing. But I said all that to say this. I truly believe that a PCP is going to outperform this in terms of what you're trying to do. Yes, the shoots. You can get. I got some ammunition over here that shoots at 17.5. I think my highest PCP over there shoots maybe just under 1,000, maybe 950. So yeah, can this reach out there and touch someone? Yes, it has some things that it can do over that. But the thing you're giving up is the thing that can get you killed if you're really in the situation that you say you're going to find yourself in one day. So with that, I want to just go out. We're going to go out to the range and we're going to shoot this thing. I'm not shooting for accuracy or anything else. I'm going out there and we really shooting for the noise factor and what I call the kick factor. And the only reason I'm saying that is this. I haven't shot one of these in 5 years. That's why I sold mine. I had them around for 4. And I sold them because I was never going to shoot them again. But I kept the ammo. Ask me this. The guy said, how much ammo you got? I said, oh, God, I got a couple thousand rounds, 22s in there probably. He said, what you want for them? I said, I don't want to sell my ammo. And yet I don't have the gun anymore. He's like, maybe it's the hoarder in me. But anyway, with that, let's do this. Let's go to the range. Let's pull this thing out here. Remember, we're not shooting for accuracy with neither of the guns. We're just out there to take a look at what you may think is the best gun for a situation where you feel as though you need to feed yourself, but at the same time, not let anyone know you're doing it. And I know you have, and all you survivors, don't tell me about traps. Okay, I know how to make them all, from deadfalls to that. I do them all the time. So I can make homemade traps. You can buy the ones in the store and put them out there. I understand that. But I'm saying a situation where you do have to pull the trigger. What trigger is the best to pull? Powder burner versus PCP. Let's go. Well, here we are at the range finally. And as you can see, I have the Marlin papoose with me. I put the barrel on it. But we got it all loaded up. We got a target down there 50 yards. And I have a scope cam on the gun. So we're going to be able to take a look at every shot that we take with it. And we're just going to compare this gun here to my Impact 22. All right. Let's see what we can do. Just to give you guys a perspective, this is a 50-yard range here. The 100 yards were just beyond this building. There's a guy over there shooting a 22 right now. He was shooting a Garant. That thing was loud as heck. Anyway, this is really stuff. This place is actually in a neighborhood, you guys. There's houses all around here. So it's very important that no bullets exit this place. And they've gone to great measures to make sure that doesn't happen. Because when you're down here shooting, if you go up here, that whole thing there is filled with sand. So that no bullet can go through it in case you were to be shooting down here and accidentally have one go off up high. And then beyond that, in case you shoot under this thing, under this one, and kind of up or get beneath this one, but at the same time, shoot high enough to get over the hill that's back here, then this will catch the bullets. Again, filled with sand to ensure that no bullets will go through. And then down here is the final part of this part of the range. And 100 yards is exactly like this, only it's 100 yards, it's right next door. And if you take a look here, they built the hills up very high on both sides of this, so that even though I'm out here now, and there's a guy beyond that hill over there shooting, that hill there is protecting me. And any shots out of there would be, again, protected by this same kind of wall, even if it was out to the right over here, or to the left where I am. And so I can walk down range and set my targets up without any fear, because he's over there beyond this hill here, and anything shot would be shot over that hill, which would be way over our head. And even if it was, this right here would catch it. So this thing is really well thought out, and I just wanted to show you a perspective on it, of how, even though we're in a neighborhood, we can shoot. I won't call it a neighborhood. I call it a rural area with houses. There's houses all around here though, in all directions. So, yeah. And the guns they shoot in here can travel miles. So, just wanted to give you a perspective on this. And like I said, the 100 yard, which I'll drive by and show you, is exactly set up the way this one is, with all the safety precautions we just talked about. So, and then as you can see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 shooting stations here. And right next to this is a pistol range over here. And again, same thing with the pistols. Okay, even though the pistol range is right over there, we got this high, I don't know what you call it, hill of gravel and dirt protecting us from over there, just like it is from over there. So, again, real safe, really thought out well. All right, guys. Now, even though this is a 22, you're about to see why let me turn this one off. And of course, you always forget something. I had a meticulous list done. But guess what wasn't on the list? The doggone gun vice. So we're going to shoot off this thing here, so it's not going to be as accurate as we want it. Let's take the first shot at 100 yards and see. As we're coming out of here, I might as well show you this. I'm not going to do a whole tour, but those of you who have seen the video already know. This is the trap shooting range right here. This is where they skeet, shoot, trap, shoot, whatever you call it, with shotguns and that sort of thing. And then over here, I'll flip it through real quick. Again, over here, and everybody be up coming out here pretty soon. This is the range where we come to sight in our bows, be it a crossbow or a regular bow. And as you can see, they got I don't know if you can see it well, but they got a deer out there, a couple of deer. They got a bobcat, and some of the animals, like the coyote, and that sort of thing. And then you also get on that elevation to shoot down. Now we're looking at the electronic area. Here, everything is remotely controlled from that tower up there, and they got different shooting places out there for competitions and that sort of thing. The skeet can come out all kinds of ways. They can come out low, they can come out high, they can even roll, I think. That's the competition area. If you look down there where we're headed now, that is the PCP range. Okay, here we are at the PCP range, which is 100 yards down there. And all we're going to do today is just shoot really quickly 50 yards with the impact. So just going to come in and set up one target at 50 yards and go with that. So, but this is the range here. We have a lot more stations here, as you can see, for shooting. All right, let's get the impact out and have some fun with that for a minute. And this trigger is terrible. What you're hearing and what you're seeing is why I sold all my 22s. Like I said, I bought this one because it was $100 and I never seen anything like it. And I just thought it was so neat. They call them survival guns. Put them in your backpack and then put them back together and you go hunt and put them in your backpack. I'm just gonna put another one in there. Well, I hope I made my point. And boy, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? Every time, for the first few shots of this thing, I actually think that I flinched, and I know I closed my eye after I pulled the trigger. And this is just a 22. But when you're used to, and all of a sudden you get to go, pow, and a kick, you see that scope jumping. This is just a 22. You see that scope jumping off that target every time I had a shot. The violence of it, okay? So, and I'm sure that you guys that shoot big guns and all kinds of other guns, you're used to this, and so it doesn't bother you at all. But I'm telling you, if you live your life in a very, very quiet and supreme place, and you're walking down the street one day, and for years, all you've heard was the breeze in your ear, and all of a sudden something goes boom, you're gonna jump out of your shoes. It's a matter of what you're used to. But anyway, with that, I hope that this made my point, that if you're a survivalist, you may want to have this with you, for your situation. And in a certain situation, this may work and work really, really well. But I would also put in there a PCP of whatever the caliber of whatever prey you need to drop. Okay, I would definitely do that. So with that, I hope that you guys, it's your decision. But if I'm a survivalist, I got a PCP for most of the things I'm going to be doing, because I want to hide and be quiet. Now, of course, do I have a sidearm? Yes. Do I have a big rifle over here in case I get in some trouble? Yes. But for just poking around the woods and that sort of thing, not attracting attention, I'm going with a PCP. What do you think? Write in the comments and let me know. Let me tell you about a couple of other things I have on my mind that I'm going to be on. I saw a big debate on, is a PCP good for home protection? And everyone said no. but I had a teacher one time, and he said to me this. He says, all or nothing statements are never correct. And he would throw out something logic like this. He says, all birds have wings. All birds have feathers. Therefore, all birds that have feathers fly. Think about it. But anyway, so if you're saying that I'm making an all statement, then I think you're making a mistake. So with that, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to be doing a video that's going to support the idea that a PCP is good for home protection given the situation. All right? And we'll talk about the situation within that video. The second thing I want to talk to you about, I had a friend of mine come, a lady friend, known for years, and she bought a house in a new neighborhood. And she was kind of scared. It's not a bad neighborhood, not a great neighborhood, but it's not a bad neighborhood. It's like all neighborhoods. You got some people there that you probably want to stay away from. And she was kind of concerned. I said, okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For about $300 or less, I'm going to get you a security system that no one can get past without your knowledge of it. No way, impossible for anyone to get into your house before you know they're coming. And at the same time, it's going to be deterrent to keep them from doing that. She said $300. I said, yes. She gave me the $300. I went out and I ordered the stuff, and I still have the stuff here. We're putting it in. But now I told her that in the wintertime, crime goes way down, because I don't know what it is. I think thieves don't want to get cold. But in the summertime, you better have it up. So I'm going to be doing a video on how to protect your home 100%. 100%. While you're there at home, you're going to be safe. So I'm going to be doing that one after I get to do this short one on the PCPs. Then the last thing I want to do is this. I'm at 9,400, I think. It's right around there. And I've been thinking, what can I do for a giveaway? You guys have been with me for all the years. You know that I had a big giveaway at 5,000. But we gave away scopes. We gave away a P15. Thanks to Carl, they gave me a P15 to give away, and all kinds of stuff. And I think, okay, now you're about to reach 10,000. What can you do to match that? Because I think we gave away 20 prizes. And I come up with an idea, and we'll talk about that later. But when I reach 10,000, I'm going to tell you about a situation I ran into that that kind of paved the way for the gifts that I'm going to be giving out to people. Well, there wouldn't be so much gifts because it's going to actually be, you have to say, sign up, say I want it, and then I'm going to pull names, and as I did last time, and you'll win one of these 8 or 10 things that I have here now. So, but I'm 600 away, so that's going to take some time. Maybe by spring, I'll be doing that. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. But those are the things I got on hand and in store for the future, along with a whole bunch of other pesting videos. So stay tuned, and I'll be back with you. So until then, make good decisions, especially if you're a prepper, and keep it safe. We'll see you.